for tuning in to the Macedonian program, which is broadcast every Sunday. Some years back, a German linguist by the name of Otto Hoffmann wrote a book with the title Macedonians, Their Language and Their Ethnicity. Hoffmann analyzed the paradoxical or idiomatic words which past lexicographers and more in general everyone engaged around the Hellenic language had noted them as worthy to be analyzed in Macedonia. To begin with, all those people who were believing that the Macedonian language was a Hellenic dialect, and exactly this is the reason mentioning certain of its peculiarities. Had they believed that the Macedonian language was alien to that Hellenic one, there was not a reason mentioning those Macedonian paradoxical or idiomatic languages. According to the same Hoffmann, his conclusions after supervising other people's work are the following. And this is what he says in his book. And now, after supervising the ancient Macedonian linguistic thesaurus, we are posting the decisive question: is what is adding to the Macedonian language its character are the Hellenic or the barbarian elements of it? The response cannot be of any doubt. From the 39 languages that, according to Gustav Meyer, their form was completely alien, has been proven after this research of mine that 10 of them are clearly Hellenic, with 4 more possibly dialectical forms of common Hellenic words. So from the entire collection are remaining only 15 words appearing to be justifiable or at least suspected of anti-Hellenic origins. Adding to those 15, few others which with regard their vocals could be Hellenic, without till now being confirmed as such, then their number, in comparison to the number of pure Hellenic ones in the Macedonian language, is so small that the genuine Hellenic character of the Macedonian linguistic treasure cannot be doubted. End of quotation mark. The important thing about the Macedonian language is the fact that the alien and foreign to the Hellenic language words in it are limited in a very narrow circle of objects and thoughts. Prominent as groups are those of names for plants, animals, foods, drinks, war and fighting items, and various names of dressing items. However, in the Macedonian language there is absolutely not one barbarian word having relation to the governing of the society, military or conferring justice. There is the worshipping of the ancient god Savadion, same as the one for the ancient Hellenic gods, after which the Macedonians named the month of the year. In Hellas, we had the meeting of 2 civilizations, from which the superior one, that Hellenic one, represented by the kings and the nobles, became the base for the Macedonian society. Was this Hellenic civilization a pure Macedonian one, or was it imported in the country from outside? Are the Hellenic words in the Macedonian language pure Macedonians, or they were accepted as loans from the Hellenic? If such loaning happened, it must have happened in very old times. The already mentioned languages are not derived from the Attic dialect or the common Guinea Hellenic one. Not only this, but they are not connected with the Attic dialect that was imported by Philip and Alexander in their society and political organization. Those words are formed in an extremely ancient manner. They are to be found just in Macedonia, and they are very dialectical. Such statements is especially important. If somehow we can define and connect those Macedonian languages with a specific Hellenic dialect, then we have a solid base for the definition. The fact, dear friends, that the ancient Macedonian history is guarded with distrust might be somehow justified to partial ignorance of that early Macedonian history. However, once in Macedonia, time arrived for the reigning of Alexander I and of Archelaus. The mood has been changed. There is a first contact between Amyntas I and Hippias who was an Hellene in the land of Antimos. Next comes the close relation of Alexander I and II, Macedon's and Amintas' sons, and the Hellenes. One participates in the Olympic Games. Amintas' son favors the Hellenes in their wars against the Persians. We shall continue in subsequent programs, dear friends, looking at what linguists say about the ancient Macedonian language. Please stay tuned. Σου ευχαριστώ και πάλι που μου δίνεις την ευκαιρία να πω δύο λόγια στην αγγλική γλώσσα για όσους θέλουν και επιθυμούν να μάθουν την ιστορία μας.
Και εγώ σε ευχαριστώ, Κώστα, για τη συμμετοχή σου στην αγγλική γλώσσα για να ενημερώνεται και η νεολαία μας. Να σε καλά. Καλό σου βράδυ, καλή δύναμη. Γεια σου.